New York City, a global icon, is much more than just skyscrapers and bright lights. Its history is a tale of transformation from a small Dutch settlement to the cultural and economic powerhouse it is today. Let's take a journey through time to uncover how this city became one of the most influential in the world. Long before the Dutch arrived, the land we now know as New York City was home to the Lenape, an indigenous people who lived in the region for thousands of years. These peoples thrived off fishing, farming, and hunting in what was a rich and diverse environment. In 1609, English explorer Henry Hudson, working for the Dutch East India Company, sailed into New York Harbor. His journey led to the establishment of New Amsterdam in 1624, a Dutch colony. The settlement began on the southern tip of Manhattan Island, which would later become the heart of New York City. In 1664, the British seized New Amsterdam, renaming it New York. The city grew under British rule, becoming a bustling port. But as tensions with the British government grew, New York played a key role in the American Revolution. The British occupied the city for most of the war, and it became a symbol of the fight for independence. By the 19th century, New York was undergoing rapid industrialization. The completion of the Erie Canal in 1825 transformed the city into America's primary port. At the same time, waves of immigrants, mostly from Europe, arrived, shaping the city's diverse cultural landscape. The early 20th century saw New York rise to new cultural heights. The Harlem Renaissance of the 1920s brought forward legendary figures like Langston Hughes and Duke Ellington. The city's art scene, alongside its booming economy, solidified New York's reputation as a cultural capital of the world. The Great Depression hit New York hard, with unemployment soaring. However, New York began to recover thanks to the New Deal. Major infrastructure projects, like the construction of bridges, parks, and public works, revitalized the city. In the aftermath of World War II, New York continued to grow, with a booming economy, flourishing art scene, and the establishment of the United Nations headquarters. By the 1960s, the city had become an epicenter of social change, from civil rights movements to the rise of the LGBTQ+ community. The 1970s brought economic decline, rising crime, and urban decay. But by the 1980s, New York was in the midst of a renaissance. With initiatives like broken windows policing, the city transformed, with the downtown area, Times Square, and other neighborhoods becoming symbols of renewal. On September 11, 2001, the world watched as New York's Twin Towers were destroyed in a terrorist attack. But the city showed its strength and resilience. Rebuilding began almost immediately, culminating in the completion of the One World Trade Center in 2014, a symbol of hope and recovery. Today, New York City is a global powerhouse, home to more than 8 million people. From the arts and finance to technology and culture, it remains a beacon of innovation, diversity, and resilience, a city that never stops evolving. New York City's story is one of constant change, but its spirit remains unbroken. Through triumphs and tragedies, it stands as a testament to the power of resilience, creativity, and the enduring pursuit of the American dream.